Welcome to the Last Co-op Podcast, your source of all things nerd and pop culture related, all in one place. This is episode number 32, and to start things off, this is a message to Dylan from the Nerdy Reads podcast. I bought an Xbox. I made a poor decision, and I bought an Xbox because Game Pass is well, PlayStation doesn't have anything that compares to Game Pass. And I sold my monitor, and now I'm going to sit my old ass on a couch, play video games like the good old days, and enjoy things instead of what I was doing before. So, if you'd like to come back on and discuss why this was a poor decision, we will be in touch. But the first topic is the Analogue 3D went up for pre-order 2 days ago. And I think it's like I thought it was an open pre-order, but now I don't think it is because the white one sold out. But the black one is still available for you to pre-order. And it says that it ships the first quarter of 2025, I believe. It's $250. Most of the older ones that they've made, like the resale market is crazy. But I don't think this one is going to follow being as hard to get and worth as much as the ones previously. Not to say that N64 is worse than the other ones, but I mean, like the Super Nintendo one is outrageous to try and buy. If you want one of those, it's somebody's got online. I mean, it's at least $1,000, if not more.
Jeez.
The original NES one, it's up there too. The Sega Genesis one is not too terribly bad. I think it's like 5, maybe 6, something like that. I mean, it's still obviously more than what it was originally. It is the best way to enjoy your games. Like if you're, upscalers, HDMI adapters, all that bullshit aside, like this is you literally plug it in, HDMI, looks fantastic. You don't got to plug it into a switcher and then plug that into, upscaling and, all that. Like you got a brand new 100 and whatever inch TV that you want, plug it in, it works, So, I mean, it is the best way if that is, your goal. With all that said, I don't think I'm going to buy one. I don't know.
That's my next question.
I want one.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, like, yeah, it's cool, but like, I just don't. I'm not that dedicated to, doing all that. I've been on this emulation kick here recently where I'm just like, like how nice it is to just be like, you know what? I want to play whatever. Like, there it is. It's just, it's just there. Like I don't got to get on Marketplace. I don't got to deal with idiots. I don't got to, I don't got to do any of that. So yeah, I mean, maybe that will change, but for right now, if I do feel the need to play something, then that's where it's at. But I mean, I don't have time to play hardly anything. When did Silent Hill come out? Last month. I mean, still haven't played that. Like I loaded it up, sent the thing to you all where it was like, this contains whatever all that shit was that was on there. And then was like, oh, I got to get dinner. I'll come back to this. Never did. But apparently there was a patch that came out today for that game that apparently fixed a bunch of issues, and there was a bunch of like crashing and stuff that was going on. So I guess now is a good time to start the game. But back to the analog. You obviously, I know, Jake, you have no intention of buying those.
I would like it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if I like, unless I sell something and make a bunch of money off of it, that I have like a spare 250 just sitting there. Like, yeah, let me just buy this real quick.
I mean, I feel like if you have
everything that you need,
what's why I feel like if you have an N64, you could still probably get $100 out of your N64. So like,
easy.
If you think about it like that, I mean, it's like technically it's like 150.
Like but I like the nostalgia part of like, flipping the switch a bunch, taking it out, blowing into it.
You don't want it to you don't want it to just
pray,
work, is what you're saying.
I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I wish it just worked, but it's just something about that frustration and that feeling of just like turning it on and just being like, it's gonna work this time. It doesn't, and you try it again, and then it does, or it doesn't, and then you just walk away.
Well, when I was trying to play Blitz on mine, I was on the phone with Travis, and I was like, "Yeah, the shit don't work." And he's like, "What do you mean it doesn't work?" And he's like, "You make sure you blow on the cartridge, make sure it's in there." And I'm like, "I don't know." And he was on the phone, and I took Blitz, I put it in there, and I was like, "Bang!" And he's like, "Well, you got that one in there." And then I was just like, "Yeah." And I turned it on. I'm like, "Hey, Blitz is working." It's just like, so. I mean, I do like that it keeps the. Nostalgia is not the right word, but like the original design of it's got the controller ports, it's got the power button, the reset button, it's actual cartridges, like it's as close to taking technology from 20 years ago and making it modern and making it look the same on the outside. So.
With the features, it has the built-in expansion pack, so you don't have to go out and look for that. That's like $30.
That's what I'm saying. It's easy. Like it basically took all of the technology, crammed it in, and made it as original and updated as you possibly could. So
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks like it's like the perfect system for that. That being said, so I mean, yes, I do want it. We'll see. Maybe eventually. I don't know. Does it come with a controller?
No.
Yes, I believe it doesn't.
No, because you can use your originals
on
the thing. Well, but then they're always partnered with that.
It does not come with a controller.
That 8-bit do or whatever that company is, to where they have like specialized controllers for their system. So they made an N64 controller. But you also got to think, like, would you rather buy one of those, or would you rather risk trying to find a controller or an N64 original controller with a good joystick?
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, you may find one, you may not. Like, it's just so.
That's something I plan on learning to fix here soon.
I mean, like I said, it's super cool. But like, I don't know. I mean, I used to be like, obviously I was on my, I'm gonna fucking get them all, my ass catch them. I'm gonna have all of them. And last night I was laying in bed looking at the Sega Genesis Classic so I could plug it into my computer and hack it and put the entire library of everything on there. So, I'm way too indecisive to this is my third Xbox Series X that I've owned, and every time I buy it, I'm just like, it's a piece of shit. I'm going to send it back or sell it online. And then here I am. I bought another one. So,
you get the Indiana Jones one? Indiana Jones one? No,
that's not even out yet, is it?
I don't know when it comes out.
No,
maybe November or something.
No, I had my $5 off coupon, and then a $25 off if you bought it online and picked it up in the store. And then the pro members was like $20 off or something like. Basically, I got Xbox Series X out the door for $449 after tax. So
that ain't bad at all.
I was just like, yeah. I thought about getting like that. What do they call it? The cosmic, whatever, the new one with the stars on it. But I was just like, I mean,
you can do that yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean, that, and I'm like, if I really need more storage, like I've never found myself needing more storage, and mainly that's because like I don't play more than 1 to 2 games at a time, like I may have a couple games installed, but like just like right now, like I got GTA 5 on my PlayStation that's literally been installed for 2 months. I said I'm going to play it. I will eventually, but like right now it's just taking up 100 something gigs, on my PlayStation, which is fine because like I mean outside of that, like I have NBA 2K, Silent Hill, GTA, and Fortnite or something. Like I don't even know what the hell's on my PlayStation. Like I got room, so like I don't feel like I need 2 terabytes. But like now, when I get to like when Call of Duty comes out, GTA, like that's going to be half a fucking terabyte, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
When those two are like together. So that might be a time where you might need to upgrade. But like right now, I'm like, I'm too old and don't have enough time to have 6 games installed to where I need more room. So that's where I'm at with it. But we will see. Game Pass though. So now we will need to set it up to where we can all play something, make videos about it. Those videos were when me and Travis played Red Dead were hilarious, and there was probably 100 other things that could have been added into it, but yeah, that was fun. So
nothing beats you acing me in the head with that arrow.
Oh, that was I almost pissed myself like whenever that happened because you're like, what happened? What's going on? And I'm like, okay, so the point is you got to shoot this target, and I locked onto the target, and then your horse came right in front of it. And I shot you in the back of the head, and I couldn't complete my sentence afterwards. And I was like, okay, so yeah, my bad. I was like, the point is you have to do this. So, speaking of Red Dead, though, they are supposed to, fingers crossed, don't know if it's going to happen or not, getting a port to make it a actual PS5 game and Xbox Series X version instead of the original versions. I think both of them have it at 60 frames a second now, but
that would warrant a replay if they do that.
But neither one of them are graphically updated, I don't think. I think
still a beautiful game. That game was gorgeous.
Well, I mean, hell, the first one, looked fantastic. Well, playing it on not, I guess, remastered version or whatever for the original is light years ahead of the original PS3. I turned the original PS3, went on at 30 frames a second, and I almost threw up. Like it was nauseating. Like it was pretty bad. So it is an improvement. 60 frames a second. It sounds ridiculous to be like, oh my gosh, I got 30 extra frames, and to be complaining because you don't. Go back and play a game. It's 30 frames a second. Come back, we'll have this conversation, and you'll see why it's a major improvement. It's the same thing with playing games at 120 frames a second, from going to 60 to 120. People are like, oh, you don't need to do that. 60 is enough. Go play 120 frames a game. Come back, we'll have this conversation. It's night and day difference. So, all right. So we are going to do more. What did we rank the last time?
Chips.
Chips, because I messed up, and we were supposed to be doing regular candy. Didn't do it, obviously. So now we are going to do Halloween candy. And no, I did not make these tiers because this yummers is not a word you'll ever hear come out of my mouth.
What is it?
Yummers. A for yummers. Yeah, what is it? Hold on, let me get back over here. Yeah, A
it's
for
trading fatter.
Trading fodder. That's garbage that you trade to someone else. I do know what these words mean, but this is
not in the vocabulary.
Yeah, not something that
we got an X on here, huh?
How dare you?
Oh yeah, never had it. So I'm sure most of these will we'll be good. So I really wish these ads would get off my screen now. That would make life so much easier. Okay. So I was gonna pick some random ones out because I think there's like 70 on here, and we could go through all of them, but that's not gonna happen. So Three Musketeers, where you got it?
It's an F.
Yeah.
An F?
How dare you?
I kind of like Three Musketeers a little bit. Not like not
I'm okay with colorful
colorful garbage.
Colorful
That's what we'll do it. So are airheads still a thing?
Yeah, they're a thing.
Yeah.
I think kids just eat them though.
Okay, so I mean,
that's trading fodder.
They're colorful garbage, but they're every once in a while. These are acceptable.
That was like the best after sports snack. Either you get cheese
when
fries or you get airheads.
Yeah, when we were kids,
after the baseball game,
you played sports or something. Airheads were it. Like I don't
twist
know.
them up, roll them the ball.
So this, I'm just gonna add this in here. If I ever got an apple in my Halloween, in my
at your house,
if I ever get an apple from someone's house, or you give my child an apple when we go trick or treating, that's getting thrown through your front door, and you're gonna have to go find it. It's unacceptable.
That's an X for me. I've never had it.
Now,
never had an apple.
Nope.
A candy apple, dude. That's
all right. Butterfingers.
Oh my god! Just
dude.
put it at the top.
S.
Yes, absolutely. I actually have Butterfingers. Here, let me zoom this out. Like, there we go. Make my life a little easier. Okay. Candy corn. This is the most controversial Halloween candy of all time.
How dare you?
What?
Dude, I fuck with it.
Oh my god.
All right. So
this will do. Or yummers.
Yeah, this goes up here.
Yummers.
Now, if they're yummers, I can't wait to have this. If it goes to if you got the pumpkin ones, the pumpkin candy corn, I don't know what's different about it, but it's different and it belongs at S tier. So,
what's the black and orange ones called again? Just garbage. Go ahead and put that in the how dare you.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This is like when you try to disguise it as good candy.
Yeah,
this is just
that's that we coming back to egg yolk shit later.
Let's see.
Almond Joys could go in the how dare you too. That's ass.
Yeah.
I hate almonds.
I was trying to find regular Milky Way. There we go. All right.
That's an F too.
Yeah, I hate this.
I'm not a Milky Way guy.
Okay, yeah. That's terrible.
Too fluffy for me.
Yeah. Kit Kats. I'm trying to find some more popular ones, then we can mess with the other ones. Kit
Kat's a solid B.
Yeah, this will do. If you ain't got nothing else. Okay. I gotta find regular Snickers because if we do this one, this is S.
Is it below it there?
Yeah, so regular Snickers.
Touchdown.
Where
I'm going goated.
For sure. Oh, I'm a goated guy with that. Butterfinger Snickers, back and forth. That's like my go-to. Like I didn't eat lunch, but I need something to satisfy me.
All right.
Satisfy that hunger.
So Reese's.
Oh, obviously. We already know.
Yummers.
All right.
Dude, we have to talk about the shape ones though. The seasonal ones, they taste different, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The Christmas trees, the pumpkins.
Oh my god!
I said I don't understand how
Easter egg one.
The Easter egg.
I feel like the Easter egg one has like the perfect shape.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can change the shape of a piece of food and make it taste different. But I mean,
it's probably all in our mind, but it's still.
Yeah.
I'm there with it.
These, I have this. I used to eat these almost every time I worked at GameStop because I'd walk down to the Dollar Tree, and for whatever reason, Chewy Lemon Heads were just It was just it. Have you had a chewy lemon head?
I don't know.
Yes, that'll do. B for me.
Yeah, I'd probably say B if I've had one. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had it. I can't remember.
These are secretly fantastic, by the
Yeah,
way.
they're kind of refreshing.
Yeah, these I don't know. I don't even know what they're called. But
A
they're
trading toddler. I don't know.
I don't think I've
I
had
don't
one of
know.
those.
You haven't had one of these? All right.
Probably between there, B and C.
Yeah, we'll put them there. What the fuck are these quarters? We eat these? I don't think.
I think it was like chocolate candy or chocolate
I
money.
was gonna say we don't. My silver doubloons. I was like, we don't need
The
these.
blue.
Okay. These junior mints. If there's something below this, is where these belong. These are absolutely terrible.
I
I
can
don't think
feel
I've had
those
those
being.
either.
I can feel those being stuck in my teeth right now.
Yeah, these are the word. I hate mint stuff
I
that.
could.
Like
What's that
mint,
one right there? The third one.
this.
Yeah,
This is like the
it's
shit.
like the ones
This
from
is like the
Olive
shit from
Garden.
Olive Garden.
Dude,
Like
I'll mess with those.
This is like the treats that they give you.
Dude,
at the end
I used to
of
hate
Olive
mint.
Garden.
And then my wife was like, "Hey, try one of these," and I was like, "I don't want it." And she was like, "Just try it. You might like it."
Those are okay.
Now
But,
I steal them from my kids.
yeah, mint ice cream, hate them.
Oh, mint ice cream, no,
Just
useless.
Yeah. Are these regular M&Ms? Okay. Oh shit! What did
It's
it?
peanut.
Those are peanuts.
Those are
Those
peanut
are
M&Ms.
those are S, baby.
Yeah, I was trying to find
it's
regular pretzel
regular's
M&M.
above it to the right, next
Oh,
to
yeah.
the milk
Oh.
To the
duds.
milk duds.
To the milk duds. I'm blind. I can't.
Just
one
right.
up.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Can you see it? Yeah, there you go.
All right. Regular M&Ms. I feel like if you eat a couple of them, they're okay. But like if you eat if you get like a regular bag of these, by the time you get done with the whole bag, like it's just like mush, and it's not very good.
I agree. C's fair for me. I only eat the peanut ones.
I'll trade these to somebody else for something else. So all right, I'm not gonna drag all these up here anymore because this just takes forever. So we'll just go through a couple of these. Baby Ruth, you all like these?
No, I eat it.
I'll put it at a B.
Yeah. All right.
I like them.
Nestle Crunch. This is another one that if you change the shape of these, you remember at the movie theater, you may be able to buy them somewhere else, but I've never seen them anywhere. But the Bunch of Crunch.
Mm-hmm. They still they make them.
Yeah, like that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nestle Crunch bar, garbage. Like
they are garbage.
Put them with the popcorn.
Don't understand how you could change it, and it suddenly becomes so much better. Regular Hershey's bar, eat something else. I don't know why you would. I don't know
unless you're having s'mores.
Yeah, but like
that's when it. But
if you get excited about a regular Hershey's bar, like you've had a
now cookies and cream.
Poor life.
Come on, son.
So.
Dude, cookies and cream. Oh shit! I'm about to go downstairs and get one right now.
I got one of those.
Shit.
I got one of those in the cabinet.
Oh yeah.
Hot tamales.
Nest, baby.
They're all right. I mean, they're not something I want all the time. Laffy Taffy. If you buy this one sucks. I don't know why they put this one on here.
Yeah.
The green one is fantastic. Let's see. Payday. I absolutely hate this now because my wife has this kick of if you put candy corn and peanuts together and you mix it together, it tastes like a Payday. And I promise you, the amount of candy corn and roasted peanuts that have entered my house in the past month is absurd. So
I'm surprised we don't have that downstairs right now.
Yeah. So
we usually do.
This is like I say that I like this as a kid, the runts. But it may suck as an adult. But for whatever reason, I remember loving to almost lose a tooth whenever I was trying to eat this. Skittles. I know it's not It's
You taste the rainbow, bro.
yeah.
Skittles taste the rainbow.
They're all
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
This Sour Patch Kids,
Oh,
if you get the watermelon, it belongs above S tier. Whatever comes after that.
Swedish
Twizzlers,
fish. I love Swedish fish. I would put that like as far as a chewy candy. That's my S tier.
yeah,
Chewy candy.
Twizzlers, B. This Tootsie Rolls, you like those? You belong with the people that like Junior Mints and what was the other? Oh, regular Hershey's bars. Yeah, those are that. It looks like miniature dog shit is
Yeah, it sure
what
does.
it looks like, and it tastes like it too. So
Even the mini flavored ones are disgusting.
that's just how that company is still in business is a mystery to me.
I like about 2 or 3 of them, and then I'm done.
Another York peppermint patties. Nah, just
No, sir.
nah.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what this slime is inside of this, but I don't want
It's
this.
a Cadbury.
Is that a Kinder egg?
Cadbury.
Cadbury.
Um, nope. That's just not.
Is that my grandma's peanuts in there? Those little orange things?
Yeah,
That's something you get at grandma's house.
That's something you get at the
At
circus.
Nanan's. You go to Nanan's and you're to see that at Nanan's or your auntie's, whatever you want to call it.
All right, yeah. There's I'm trying to think of any that aren't on here that we may have missed, but
Oh, what's that? Is that a Werther right there?
that goes to grandma's house too. Oh, this is Milk Duds. That
No. Well, I guess I'm trying to point on here next to Warheads. Like the Werthers.
Yeah, that's a Werther's.
It's definitely a grandma
this?
thing, but dude.
Yeah. This is the thing that you get at the bottom of your grandma's purse that doesn't have a wrapper on it, and then she blows it off and hands it to you and asks you if you want a piece of candy. So
you get stuck on that thing for days. Okay?
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll be the end of Halloween candy.
Tried real hard.
It just
No diddy. All right.
So much flavor, and it just keeps going and going.
You're making it worse. All right. So yeah, there's I feel like there's so many more that just like aren't on this list. I thought when I saw 70, it's just like, that'd be plenty. But they got some random, like, I mean, gum. Like, if you gum is not Halloween candy. It's I'm sorry.
Double bubble, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
dude, you get the bubble that big, now I'd be stuck in my mustache and shit.
Yeah. Oh, these are like medicine, by the way. I don't think this is actually candy. These whatever this is. I had these once and thought I was trying to cure a cold.
In the trash.
So
right.
All right. There we go. So there's been your Halloween candy. It wasn't as eventful as the fast food one. That would have been good with the tier list whenever we had Arby's and stuff on there.
We might have to revisit that one.
Yeah, we have to redo that one with video. So okay, so now comes the part of the episode where we would normally review a scary movie. However, we are not all of us. Travis has seen it 47 times, so he could tell it, to you, from start to finish. But Jake and I were supposed to watch the original Halloween movie, and we did not. So you have to miss out on Jake's in-depth review of the original Halloween movie, and you have to wait till next week for the finale of the horror movies. And I haven't decided what that will be yet, but we will make sure that we will pick one early enough that we have enough time to watch it, be able to review it. So we kind of picked the movie 2 days ago, and just didn't happen. And honestly, I was hoping that Jake had watched it so I could just sit on the sidelines and be able to review it, and I wouldn't have to do anything. And then he got on and said, "Hey, by the way, I didn't get to watch the movie." I'm like, well, shit. I was like, now we're definitely screwed because I didn't watch it either. So I was too busy putting together a entertainment center where the directions were actually wrong. Like, I know sometimes you say that, like, hey, this can't be right, but like, no joke, looked at the picture, looked at what I had, and I'm like, that is not the same thing. And I was like, so I had to figure it out myself, and now I got it. And I think it's the same one that you have, Travis. where does yours have like the rail in the front where
Yes.
you can like slide the Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
I may have bought the exact same thing that you have.
I got lucky. Mine was already put together.
I've sent you a picture of it, and because I think I may have gotten you or gotten the same one that you have. So, all right. So we haven't done Would You Rather in a couple episodes, so thought we would bring it back. And this one is: Would you rather have to spend the night in the house from Paranormal Activity, or would you have to outrun Michael Myers?
Like just for the one day, like one day of outrunning him.
Yeah, I get 24 hours. 24 hours in the Paranormal Activity house. 24 hours outrunning Michael Myers.
I'm telling you right now, I'm taking a bunch of sleeping medicine if I'm going in a paranormal house. I'm knocking myself out, and I'm done, and then see you in 24 the next morning.
Well, so my decision has become a little easier as of recently. Shout out to my wife. Her sleeping she started some new medicine that I've asked her politely in the nicest way that I know how to not take anymore, because she does some very questionable things in her sleep to where it's basically like being in Paranormal Activity, except for the fact that I don't go flying across the room. And it's just like, I get woken up by things that at this point aren't scary anymore. They just piss me off, So like, I don't wake up scared. I just wake up and think, what the fuck is going on? So, one time I woke up and I happened to roll over and she's on hands and knees at the window, moving the curtains out of the way and talking. And I was like, hey, will you shut the fuck up and go back to sleep, please? And I was just like, this is not. And then another time I got woken up because she was screaming numbers and counting in her sleep. And I had to shake her to stop doing that. But yeah, just imagine you're just laying there trying to enjoy your peaceful night sleep, and you get woken up to not an alarm, but you just hear 3, 4, 5, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like,
hell no,
stop.
Oh,
and man. But the craziest part is like when she wakes up, she has no idea that anything happened. Like she just like has a normal conversation with you, like just no idea whatsoever. Because like she did that, and like she had fallen asleep with glasses on and stuff. So I took them off, put them on, and she goes, hey, what are you doing? She's like, I was watching TV. I'm like, no, the fuck you weren't. And I was just like, you were screaming. I was like, we're go to bed. I was like, we're not doing this anymore. So yeah, Paranormal Activity ain't got shit on this. So I'll be
Bro's already lived with it.
Yeah, I'll be good. Michael Myers, you think you're gonna outrun him? Guess what? He doesn't even run, and he still kills you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you can run, do whatever you want to do. You're still gonna die. So
I got to choose Myers. It depends what night in the paranormal house. We talking the first night or 7 days?
Whatever one my wife takes her sleeping medication. That's the one that.
Yeah, I'm still choosing Michael. I ain't. Either way, I'm dead. If I wake up and somebody's on their hands and knees peeking out of a blind, heart attack, dude.
I mean,
it's over.
I just don't get. I just don't get scared like that. Like I
Watch
have this
The
thing.
Exorcist and then report back.
I've seen The Exorcist, but no, like I'll walk around the house. Like I scare the shit out of my kids all the time, and my wife. I'm gonna start recording it and like make like a compilation and put it on like TikTok. And it's like they always try to get me, and so like. They're like they'll jump out and whatever, and they're like, I just look at them and they're like, what did it work? I'm like, I don't know, like what wasn't scary. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, I'm already living Paranormal Activity. So Michael Myers, you can run but you can't hide. You're dead anyway. So
Yeah,
at least I got a chance here. So
I'm just going out in the middle of a boat. If I just go out in the middle of a boat you can't catch me, bro. Just can't. You ain't swimming, dog.
Then Jason comes out of the water.
Shit. All right. You know what?
Yeah, he's
Activity.
got some friends. See, paranormal
Yeah.
activity. That girl ain't got no friends.
Yeah.
You know, like
And I guess I just probably
yeah,
like,
you invite her
like
to
I
a
said, I'm passing out.
sleepover. Yeah, you invite her to a
Passing out.
sleepover as a child, and that's the reports you get back home. She's by herself. She ain't nobody's coming. So, um, all right. So, what do you all think are the best and worst gaming companies? And I was gonna put a time frame on it, but just in overall, in your opinion, it could be something that doesn't exist anymore, somebody that's still making games.
LJN's got to be the worst, right?
Who?
LJN.
I mean, Ubisoft is getting there. I mean,
I don't know. LJN had all those terrible movie tie-ins on the NES.
yeah, I mean, but see, that's not. Well, I mean,
I'd say EA's pretty fucking terrible too.
It is their fault, but like some of those things that they tasked them with doing, like, hey, go make us the game and bring it back in 4 weeks completed. You know, like, it's kind of that's a tall order. You know, even for back then with the shit technology they were working with. You know, but that's why, like, the ET movie, the game, it's notorious for being terrible and all that. They asked him to make the game in 6 weeks, I think.
Yeah, 6
so,
or 8 weeks. Yep.
He said, hey, go make me a game, finish it, test it, make it good, put it on a cartridge, get it ready to go in 6 weeks. Like, that's, there's people that spend 6 years, Concord, on a game, and it's absolutely terrible, So 6 weeks, I mean, your game's gonna suck, I mean, sorry. Like, you're not gonna make a good, complete game in 6 weeks. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
It's not possible.
So I guess for me, I think like more modern day things than some of the older ones. Cause I mean, there's a shit ton of old, companies that from NES and, all that made great games for the time, but they don't exist, anymore. For me, two of the absolute best ones are, Rockstar and Naughty Dog. I feel like they make complete games that they make you want more of the game, and then they just keep you hanging on and never give it to you. So that's just where we're at now. Is I mean, like we get things like The Last of Us and Last of Us 2, and Rockstar's got GTA and Red Dead and all that stuff, and like everybody wants DLC for these games, for the things that they've done, and they're just like, well, come back in 11 years and we'll make another game for you, and people like are still dedicated to these games that have been out forever. I mean, just like the Halloween event the GTA had, like they said that, so they killed like 348 million zombies in the first like 24 hours. It's like, who's playing the game? Like how many people are playing this game still to this day to where that can be achieved? Like that's unheard of, to have a game be out for 10 and 11 years and have a player base that still every day is getting on and
it's impressive
wanting to play your game.
What year did 5 come out?
13.
I mean, yeah, it's been a while. It's
gosh,
yeah. So
it's insane.
There was apparently I'm terrible with actors' names, so I don't remember his name, but the guy that played Trevor from 5, he said that he recorded voiceovers and stuff for DLC for that game, and I guess it got scrapped at some point. But so like they were going to give us DLC, but for whatever reason, just didn't follow through with it. I don't know if they were just like, people don't want it, or they were just like, online's just such a cash cow that we don't have to do this shit, like we don't have to give you DLC because, we can make so much money from, just releasing random things online. So for me, those are two of the best, probably. I think Ubisoft makes terrible games. I can't tell you the last good game that they've made. And I just read something either yesterday or earlier today, I forget, where they said that the board is launching an investigation into why they have been underperforming over the course of the last like 5 to 10 years. I'm like, well, good luck. I was like, it's pretty obvious, why that is. Well, they just canceled early access for the new Assassin's Creed game. So like, there's no. Well, I mean, I'm not saying there's no point to buy the other versions, but like, if you had the intention of buying the game to get early access, you can't get it anymore. So it's just that Star Wars sucked. And
did they do Skull and Bones or whatever that game is?
Yes. Yeah.
I just saw that game's on sale for like $20.
I think that was them. Probably it was a shitty game,
sure
so
it
it is probably them. But yeah, like I mean, just like that, like they do a great job of building hype for a game, and then the game just sucks, afterwards. Like I can remember vividly sitting in my living room. You and I were in a party chat, and I'm like, "Hey, look at this Skull and Bones game that just announced or whatever." And like we're watching it, and you're like, "You can't even tell that it's a game." I was like, "This looks fantastic," and this was 2 years before it came out or something. I'm like, if this game looks like this is going to be like the PS5 seller. Spoiler alert, I was wrong. It's not, but
like Dead Island.
Yeah, like it was not. But I was like, if this is where the game like graphically needs to get to make it worthwhile, buying these games. And so I was super excited for it. And then they came out with the open beta thing or whatever. I played that shit for 15 minutes. I rode around on some little shitty ass boat. I speared Jaws. And then I was like, yeah, this game sucks. I was like, this is just not what I was expecting it to be. So
you FaceTime me while you were playing it, and you were like, "You want to see some garbage?"
Yeah, so I'm like, this game sucks. Like, I mean, I was one of the biggest. Like, I could not wait until that game came out. That was like a game I was actually anticipating playing. And yeah, it was just let down, and it was absolutely terrible. So, I mean, like what you said, EA. I mean, I feel like EA and 2K, like they don't have to try anymore because like nobody's competing with them. And if you don't have competition, like you can make garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to play it, that's your option. Like, I mean, they're
slap a new year on.
Yeah, I mean, if you have nobody that's trying to make you and drive you to be better, there's no reason for you to
stuck with mediocrity.
Yeah,
is that even the right word?
I mean, stuck with garbage is a better word than mediocrity, but I mean, it's just like when I called Travis the other day or yesterday, I believe, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Spectrum just came to my door," and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "What do you got for internet?" I'm like, "I have fiber through, it's called Gibson Connect," and he's like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Well, we just updated the neighborhood." He's like, "What do you pay?" And I was like, he's like, about $80-$90. I was like, "No," like $64.99. He's like, "Oh, for the promotional price." I said, "No, that's what it is." And he said, "Oh," he said, "Well, we just updated the neighborhood." And he said, "We have fiber coming from the pole to your house, and then it splits off to coax." And I'm like, "That's neat. I have fiber from the pole into my house, into my modem." And I was like, "So that's not."
Dude knocked on the wrong door.
Yeah, I was like, that's not an improvement. And he said, "Yeah, like we can get you 500. I'm like, "Okay, how much does that cost?" He's like, $30. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, cut my speed in half or cut my price in half. I'm like, yeah, like maybe I could justify that. And I'm like, yo, what's it after 2 years? And he's like, oh, 110. I'm like, no. I was just like, and he said, well, he said, I don't remember, how did he word it? He said, well, it seems like you're pretty well set up or something. He's like, I'm in the area, to the end of the month if you change your mind. Didn't leave me a card or anything, mind you. So like, I don't know what the sales pitch was. So I couldn't contact him even if I wanted to. But he's like, yeah, I'll be in the area till the end of the month if you want to, if you change your mind. I'm like, sounds good. I won't. But have a nice day. And then he went about his day. And I'm like, I've talked to almost everyone on this on my road, at least, not everybody in the subdivision. But nobody uses Spectrum. Like Spectrum, we had 2 people to pick from, and Spectrum tried to buy out the company that I have, and they said, "Yeah, no, we're good." And then they bought out the other company, and now everybody's pissed that had that company because now you got Spectrum. And I mean, I flat out told the guy, I said, "I don't know how it is down here." I said, "But I used to live in Indiana," and I said, "And Spectrum was a monopoly." I said, "So you all fed us shit, and we just had to have it." I said, "Otherwise, you just didn't have internet." So I said, "No, thank you. I'm good." So, but now that my rant is over, what's your best and worst gaming companies?
I'm gonna say Activision. Oh, you go first.
Gun Media for me is one of my favorites. They did Friday 13th, Texas Chainsaw. Just the detail alone in those games, it's crazy. I don't know. What else do I play, Tyler? I don't really play a lot of stuff anymore. I guess San Diego Studios does MLB The Show, right? They got to be up there for me because I love the show. And then obviously Rockstar. I think that'd be about it for me.
What's the worst?
LJN sucks. EA sucks. They need to fucking get rid of somebody. Take the UFC license from them, please. Give it to somebody else.
Don't give it to 2K because it's not going to get any better.
Give it to somebody else. Apparently, Fight Night's making a comeback. Have you seen that?
They've said that
probably fuck it up.
They've said that like 3 or 4 times. So like until it's like actually until I see just announced come across my system, I don't.
And then UFC 6 apparently is dropping next October, so that was a fast turnaround. Considering how long it took
if they want to keep the player base up, I mean they need to. I mean, this one's
rumored the goat's on the cover. Chama. He's got to be on the cover though, right?
I mean, yeah, you gotta. I mean, he beats the living shit out of everybody. So I mean, I don't know how you could not.
Also, I got to go ahead and speak this into existence. Max Holloway fights this Saturday, and he's getting knocked the fuck out.
That is incorrect terminology. Do you want me to put the Justin Gaethje edit?
That's the only reason I had to speak it.
Do you want me to put the edit back into the podcast? I'll put it in the intro. Except I have an app that can change the faces of people. I'll put your face on Justin Gaethje's body and make you do a backflip off of there and fall flat on your face, and that will be how we start the episodes. So. I'd
like to retract my Max Holloway statement.
Ain't no way. He ain't getting knocked out. So, all right, Jake, what's your best and worst?
I like Bungie a lot just because I like Halo. But Activision, as far as like older games and in today's games, I mean, Activision just has had so much for so long. I mean, we had Tony Hawk or Crash Bandicoot with PlayStation. Tony Hawk Pro Skater on 64, and then Call of Duty for the last 20 years. So, and then what is it? Infinity Ward? They did it. Did they flip flop? How was it? Activision?
It used to be Activision and Infinity Ward, and then they added Sledgehammer. So now it's Infinity Ward, Activision, Sledgehammer. So it used to go back and forth with 2. Now it's a 3-person cycle. I don't even know who. I
don't know who.
I think we're on Treyarch for this year.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I think they make the Black Ops though. So
are they all together though, like the same company?
No. Well, I mean they're all under the parent company of Activision, but they do their own shit. So normally Sledgehammer's the one that does like the what do you call it? Advanced movement.
Okay.
They did like the Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, like all the jetpack. That's what it is. The jetpack games is what they call them. Yeah, all those they're normally the ones that are in charge of that. So
I'd have to say Activision though, just because of its reign over so many years and the different types of games that we got from it. Games
with
that
Bungie,
I'd still play.
With Bungie, I wish we could bring back Halo and make people like invested again.
Oh yeah.
But I just like with Infinite, like it was fun, but it was
I'll still
just
play it some.
it was just lacking. Like I don't know. It just didn't feel like a Halo. It didn't feel like a Halo release.
I apologize.
Uh, when it came out, like we had to wait for the campaign, to be able to play it. And I still haven't played it to this day, so I don't.
I haven't played it. I don't
It
think I
may be
never
good.
played
I
it.
don't know. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It just felt lacking. And I mean, I know it's. I mean, so this is like technically what the 6th or 7th iteration of Halo. I mean, you got original 2, 3, 4, Reach, ODST.
5.
Yeah, I
Was
mean,
it 5 one?
yeah. So I mean, like we're on like the 7th one. So I mean, like I know it's going to get a little old, but I mean those olden Halo 2 or competitive, even Halo 3 and 4 days, were fantastic. But this one, I was like, like it's just wasn't as fun. So in my opinion, so
Maybe that's the game we all play, eh? Some Halo.
yeah,
Dude.
I mean it's fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it wasn't that I didn't have fun playing it. It was just like, I mean, but then again, like no game does that for me anymore. Like no game, like draws me. No, I mean I'm old as shit too, but no game is going to draw me into being like, I'm going to stay up at midnight, play this game for 10 hours online because like it's that good in my opinion. Like that just doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't happen with Call of Duty. It doesn't happen with Halo. It doesn't happen with anything. Like there's nothing that I want to play that bad to where I'm finding myself looking forward to playing it. Like, yeah, if I get to sit down and play it, cool, but like I ain't losing sleep over it. I need that with the shit I got to go through, so I just but yeah, I mean, there's just nothing that just draws my attention like that. So I mean, I still got friends that I mean, they're planning tomorrow. I'm gonna get on. Hey, I'm gonna get on Call of Duty at midnight, and I'm gonna play it till about 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna take my kids to school, come back, take a nap, get back on. I'm like, hey, more power to you, dude. Like, I mean, if that's what
Those
you want
were
to
the
do,
days, though. Midnight release.
Well, I mean,
put the game in, play.
I mean, you think that's a thing of the games not being as good, or you think that's a thing of us just being at a different point in life of just being like
100% being a different point in life.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the games are good, and I just don't care as much as I used to. I mean, I just feel personally that if a game was good enough, it wouldn't matter how old I was. Like, I would want to play it, and I would, be looking forward to doing it. But like, I mean, but then I have things like Silent Hill where I'm like, I literally spent $80 and haven't touched it. Like, I mean, I might as well just throw that shit outside. Like,
your Elden Ring.
Yeah, I mean, at least you played that. You played that, and I played it. I mean, you said you played it a little bit, but I just haven't touched it. And it's not that I don't want to play it. It's just the past couple times I sat down to play something, I played a little bit of 2K, played a little bit of Zelda. That's it. Like, I haven't got to play much. So that's where I've been. So I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of excited for the new Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm hoping it plays
well. I think.
Plus, it's free.
Well, I think it would be.
Well, not really free, but
I think it would be more fun if I had more people that played it. Like if we had, like back in the day, you had a party of, what was it, six v six or something, and then you had 6 more people that were waiting. If somebody left, you always had a bunch of your friends, playing it. And like now, I'll get on there, and I mean I do the same thing with 2K though. It's like, I mean, I'll get on, I'll just go in there by myself, and play a couple and then be done, and that's where I'm at. But I mean, I feel like if the 3 of us, and then you had even I assume your son's probably gonna play, isn't he? Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if you got that, Ava was talking about playing. I don't know how much of an attention span she'll have for that, but
I'm
you know,
sure
you had people playing, then it would be more fun. So
I'll play, but I'm only playing team deathmatch on your team because I have not forgot about Cold War when you used to smoke my ass in 1v1.
See, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's probably the most I've played a Call of Duty though. Like, and that was the thing. It was like it would be me, you, Jeremy, sometimes Chris, and maybe one other person. Like we'd literally just get on and go into like a free for all and just shoot each other. And like we do that 3, 4, 5, 6 times until you all just got pissed and then we'd stop. But that was fun.
We played a lot of prop hunt too. I don't know if prop hunt's going to be on this one, but
yeah.
Hopefully
So I mean,
it's
like,
on here.
As I said, I mean, like that was fun. Like when we were playing, with multiple people. But just getting on and playing Call of Duty by yourself. Like back in the day, like I'd get on, I'd play Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, whatever. I played by myself. I was like, oh, I got to get a prestige. I got to do this, blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like I'm getting max rank. I'm never prestiging. I'm not resetting. Kiss my ass. It's not happening. Like I don't care. Like I don't care that much. I mean, you could tell me I'm going to get whatever, at the end. Don't care, like I just, I don't care about the gun skins. I don't care. I'm not buying, that's one thing I never got into is like, I don't buy skins. I don't buy characters, like I don't ever, buy, things like that. So that whole new era of like, buy this new operator, don't care, it's just not ever going to be a thing. So, well, it's about all we got. We announced the giveaway, so we have a winner. Trying to think what else. How many bats do you have?
A lot.
You could at least tuck it into your shirt, and make it look a little better than it was.
I ain't doing all that. I can't breathe.
I can't see shit out of this thing.
He's gonna be like looking like Ace Ventura trying to get out of the eye hole.
Yeah. All right. Well, all of our links will be down in the description, as always. And yeah, we got one more episode until the end of spooky season, and then back to things as normal. Obviously, it's a little ways away, and obviously we haven't ran this past Jake, but yet. But Christmas time, when that rolls around, you will have in-depth reviews of Christmas movies brought to you by Jake. It has been a request of people saying that they love all of the in-depth reviews with all the bullet points and examples. So now Jake has signed himself up to do it for Christmas movies as well. And yeah, I don't. And what other holidays do they have movies? Christmas, Halloween, and that's about it, right?
Might be it.
Yeah.
We'll find some movies to review. There'll be plenty of them out there.
So,
you can just find the worst possible movie, and then I'll have to stomach it.
Well, I'll be in your all's boat because I have not seen a lot of these Christmas movies.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I never really got into Christmas movies.
Like the Grinch or something.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like the normal, like I've seen the Grinch, Home Alone, like the basics. But I mean, the
National Lampoon one that might be it.
I mean, like I've seen the basics, but anything outside of that, I made the Charlie Brown's Christmas thing. Like I couldn't tell you about. That there's a couple different ones that I've never seen. So all right, well, until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.